and welcome. In this video, I'm not going to only let you know how a set of 2023 Mustang wheels and tires on my 2007 Infiniti G35, but I will create or make a little video of a detailed guide for you to find out if a certain set of wheels and tires will fit on your car. We will go over the bolt pattern, bore size, offset, and so on and so forth. So by the time you will finish watching this video, you will be an expert. So number one, of course, you need to know the bolt pattern. And that tells you the difference between the furthest bolts. And usually you can Google that. Once the bolt pattern is determined, then we're looking for a size of the rim that we want. These are 17s, and I thought I would want to have at least 19. I thought the 19-inch wheel will fit right in. Then I'm looking for a design, something that I visualize will fit in the proportions and the lines of the car. The bore size is this guy right here. It's basically the diameter of the cut in your wheel. And also that you can find on Google or using the website that I will put into the description. And in my case, I believe the Mustang was at 67 millimeters and the Infiniti is 64. So you're looking, if not the same, then it should be bigger diameter of this right here, the hub over. So it will fit right above this diameter right here. So that's important. Bolt pattern, hub size. Your wheel also, if you're, let's say, downsizing, if you're doing something, let's say, in the Japanese look, you need to make sure that the inner or the diameter of your wheel will be enough to cover the brake disc. Because I've been in a situation where people are getting too small of the wheel and it just does not cover the disc or the brake pads with the calipers. Now let's talk about the size of the wheel. In my case, 17 millimeters from here to the edge of the hub. It's also important to know the width of the rim. 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, and people even sometimes put 10-inch. Those are in inch measurement. So it's important to know the width of your wheel, because next we will be talking about the offset. Try to not go far away from the width of the wheel that you have on your car currently. So we are going from 8 to 8.5. Next is to know the offset. Offset is very important. So I'm showing you on the tire, but we're talking about, imagine that we're talking about the rim, right? So we got the center line of the wheel right here. And if you have a positive number, that means that your surface of the connection to the disc is being shifted away from the car, so it's moving this way. So positive, remember, so positive is going to be here, negative is going to be here. When we go negative, it's moving this way, so your wheel is being pushed more on the outside. Try to remember, right? Positive here, negative here, so it's moving this way. Negative, the line is moving this way. Positive, the line is moving that way. Let's talk about wheel spacers a little bit more in details. I think it's an important topic. I've had few errors with that in the past, so I want you not to repeat mine. If you have to use wheel spacers, this is the set you want. Try to avoid something like this, where you have so many penetrations and they're not equally balanced, and you might have some sort of a vibration. Try to avoid also something like this. So you have indents here and you have hollow sections here, and that is just, even though it's specifically, I think, for 120, it's for the BMW or Mercedes, but this hollow here is just looking for problems. this is the best type of spacer that you might use, and I try to get them no more than the length of my bolts are allowing, because you know there are certain spacers where you bolt what you have on first and then you have another set of bolts sticking out from the spacer. Try to avoid from that setup. That's just way too much, and it's definitely asking for vibration. Anytime I work with an upgrade of my wheels and tires, it is very important for me that the functionality of the vehicle stays on 100%. Also, when you're comparing everything, right, by the time you, let's say, set the same sort of tire, the width and the percentage, but on a different diameter of the wheel, the rim, you'll have an overall different diameter of the tire. And for that, I'm also dropping a website link in the description where I go and compare. Once you enter, you know, all you need to enter is the size of the tire, and that will tell you overall, it will show you the overall diameter of the tire and how well or how close it will be to what you have right now. And then you go out in the garage and you eyeball your wheel well compared to the tire you have in now and see will it fit or not. Tires in our case are 225, 55, 17. So first number, 225, that's millimeters, width of your tire. Next number, 55, is not actually a dimension. It's percentage of the first number. 225, 55%, I believe it was about 12 millimeters outside of the tread to the inside diameter of the tire. One more thing about the tires is the TPMs, right? I'm not sure if some of that will be redundant for some of you, but for some of us, you know, at some point we're entering into this world of understanding what is what. So therefore, I will just go over everything there is to know when you're going through all of this. TPMs, right? So this car is equipped with the tire pressure monitoring systems. You cannot just get, let's say, a different set of wheels and tires from another Infiniti and they magically will be linked to your pressure monitor system. It has to be linked so that your car knows these are yours. When you park at the traffic light, your computer is not reading signals from another car. Try to never get them without testing on your car, because you can do all the homework and everything is sort of figured out, but there are always surprises. When I got to my destination where the set is, I'll bring with me a simple and quick jack so I can jack up the car. I put the wheel on the front because usually you will have issues in the front, not in the back. You put it on, touch everything first. There is usually a joint ball connection right here, and that one goes above your tire, so that's the first spot to check. Check here, nothing is rubbing. Then visually set or sort of go with your hand around, make sure nothing is touching anywhere. Then ask someone, if you have a friend with you, or in my case it was the seller, I asked him to turn all the way in while I'm watching and all the way out while I'm watching as well. Didn't see anything touching. Then I go on a little test drive and I go forward at first straight, and I turn this way going forward, then I turn this way going forward. Then I put the wheel again this way, and I go backwards this way, and I go backwards this way. And then when I was going backwards this way, the tire was rubbing just a tad on one of the control arm supports here, but that I was able to eliminate with just the 3/16 wheel spacer. I try to stay away from those, and in my case it was not a necessity, because again, you have to make a decision how often you will be doing this, and if it's not that severe, I could have left it as is. I hope this video will be helpful to you at some point. All of this I had to learn step by step with years, but for you, here it is all in one video. If you like it, give thumbs up, drop a comment in the section. That will help the video to be more useful and visible for other users. Subscribe to the channel, more useful information, fun cars, and so on and so forth. It was good seeing you. Bye bye.